Surprisingly, you are popular here, considering everything.
Considering that most of the people still dislike me.
Yeah. Well, the good news that you now have. It's been a couple of years. The students now they heard their parents.
They don't even know who I am.
Cursing your name. Well, it's great to have you here, and we just talked to Coach Donnan, and the praise continues to come for the Dogs. And I know everyone talks about the defense, but I want you to talk about their offense for a second, because it's almost like dismiss people that they don't have an offense, but they're putting up important yards and points.
They are. Well, I think people get a thought in their head from the first game against Clemson, and that kind of stays with them. Their offense was very unproductive the first game, but they've gotten better every single week, and Stetson's gotten better, now that the job has been his since JT's been hurt, and, he's been so efficient. And I know that he doesn't necessarily make all the wow plays, but he's making every play he's supposed to, and he's consistent with it. And by the way, he's also a better athlete than most people give him credit for. And just the other week, on one of his scrambles, he ran 20 miles per hour. That's pretty fast, and not a lot of people give him credit for that. And that was something that was even a little shocking for me, but he's a good athlete. I think he's getting better at throwing the ball down the field, and there's also a little bit of an it factor with him. He's kind of just that, that has a little bit of something that you just can't really teach, and I really like that about him.
I want to flip it over, and it's not hard to make you the quarterback, but I want you to place you under center, or however you want to run the offense.
It would probably be in the shotgun.
With what I'm about to say, I would recommend it. And when you're looking at this defensive front from Georgia as a quarterback, I mean, there are a lot of things you have to factor in, but they are menacing.
They are. Well, the first thing, if you're going against them, is you say, how best can we attack them to be able to put them on their heels? And that is a really hard question to answer, because you look at their front and nobody has moved them. And I mean, not even close. Not even for consistent back-to-back plays. Their linebackers can run sideline to sideline, so it's really hard to beat them with speed. They play edge, contain, and force so well. I think if a team is going to be efficient and effective against Georgia's defense, I think it has to come with big plays. I think they're too good. They don't give up 10, 12-yard series where someone's just going to continue to move the ball. I think you have to go out their secondary, and I think specifically try to get one-on-one on safeties. Because, and that might be by motion, by designing a 3-by-1, by, finding a way. And honestly, I think a lot of people should learn from Florida's game plan against Georgia last year, when they got Florida's running backs one-on-one against Georgia linebackers on a bunch of wheel routes and option routes, and Florida had a lot of success with that. I don't think that you can beat this team running the ball. I don't think you can consistently beat them with possession passing. I think it has to be with big plays and finding a mismatch, which that's really hard because there's no weaknesses in this Georgia defense. But if there was a weakness, I think it has to be their secondary, and it's not even really weakness, it's just the weakest part of the defense.
So, having watched Kentucky play, do you see edge is too strong of a word? What do you see there?
I would say, first of all, they have to control the time of possession a little bit. Don't let Georgia just smash mouth you and slowly beat you down, and they're really good at that. I would say this is where Wan'Dale Robinson has to be big. He is explosive. Ask Florida. I mean, he caught one screen and took it to the house, and that was kind of the big play, but it changed the game besides the blocked field goal. I think he has to be big. I think he has to be big with double moves down the field, play action, and Will Levis has a big arm. I think if you're Kentucky, you do enough running to hold them accountable, but then where you think you have a chance to maybe make it a game is down the field on your play action passes, and specifically Wan'Dale Robinson, because he's one of the fastest guys in the SEC.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.